This is day 2 of our Veterans Day week Randy's Place Adventure Series. Still in a teardrop trying to wake up. Slept really good last night. It was pretty warm last night, around 55. Supposed to have some rain moving through this afternoon. Gonna get up and get some breakfast and hit the lake with the kayak and see if we can catch a few fish this morning. So let me try to get awake and we'll get at it. Rain moving in today. I decided just to hang around this morning instead of going fishing and charge some things up. So I got my Honda generator on and I'm charging my Rock Pal, and I got my refrigerator going too. So it should be starting to rain probably the next couple hours. If we happen to miss the rain, I'll go fishing this afternoon.
Beautiful day to be fishing on the lake here today. Bass and bull on the lake fishing today. Bull is right there. Hey, Blade Outdoors, Bass here. Packing up to do a quick day hike, getting ready for our big B Battalion annual camp out. Test out some equipment, take a trail for a day. Come go with me. So made it to the Cahaba River off the trail here. The trail turns here. It's one of my favorite spots. It's an elevated trail next to the Cahaba River, and just always takes me back to my childhood when I was younger. Started out probably 5 or 6 years old with my dad, walking these kind of trails, hunting, fishing, and I've just always had that as a part of who I am. But we'll continue down the trail here and talk a little bit more. So reached one of the few access points down to the river off this elevated trail for quite a while. I know the camera doesn't pick up the angle, but it's pretty steep, so I will not attempt to film me stumbling down the hill, but I will go down this entrance down to the river and we'll show you what it looks like down that way. All right, well, I made it down the hill without falling in, so that's always a good start. Water's, as you would expect, pretty stained, given all the rain we've had. But as I was saying earlier, spent a lot of time in the woods and hunting and fishing with my dad. I do remember one of the favorite memories of mine is anytime we would go camping, you know, catching those fish or, you know, harvesting an animal and having, you know, cooking that right there on the spot. There's nothing quite like that. So I think that's what we in B Battalion kind of have in common. We have a number of things in common, but you know, a love for the outdoors. All of us have really kind of raised in the woods or on the lakes or out in the fields, just enjoying nature. I think we also have a common appreciation and gratitude to our military. So in honor of that, we've named our little group B Battalion, and we've all given each other, you know, nicknames that kind of represent something that happened on a trip or something like that. Mine was obviously bass, so put a pretty good sized bass in one of the lakes that we, about an 8-pound bass. So it was quite an event. I think it was the only 8-pound bass in the lake because we have not caught anything close to that since. But you know, I think those are some things that we have in common. You know, there were 3 of us, me, Blade, and Bobcat, that kind of started this little team, and we've been so very fortunate to bring on, you know, some other men that have similar beliefs, similar interests, and have just added so much to the group. And you know, I mentioned the things that we have in common. Certainly, you know, a love of our military and our country is certainly there. But above all, you know, I think we also enjoy the fellowship of other Christian men. We all believe in our Savior, Jesus Christ. And we take comfort in that every day, given especially what's going on in the world right now. So I think with that said, I'll ease on down a little bit closer and do a little bit of fishing. All right, I made it down to the edge of the river here, but this current's really ripping, so I don't know that we'll have a whole lot of luck, especially given how stained it is. But I know that there was, I was talking earlier about kind of our respect and love for country in the military. So, you know, I should probably go into a little bit of my connection with the military as well. My father was an Army Ranger in Korea, I think about 7 years. One of my cousins, older cousin, was in Vietnam as a CB, and was a CB during combat. So quite an event there. And then also my uncle, about 10 years older, I think, than my dad. He was a medic in the Army. He was actually a medic in the Army during World War II, and actually was in the Battle of the Bulge. And I think he probably saw a lot of things and experienced a lot of things that changed him. So he came home and became an alcoholic. And I would just say that that's what eventually killed him. So if you know, if you're military, former military, no matter how long it's been, there's help out there for you. Don't think you're alone, and please reach out for that help. And if anybody here on B Battalion can help, let us know. You can let us know through Blade Outdoors. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up, and we're going to hit the trail again. All right, so wrapping up the trail, the hike, coming to the trailhead. So enjoyed the chance to chat with you a minute. Blade, thanks for the opportunity to introduce myself. And listen, whatever's going on in your life, get in the outdoors, it'll fix it.
What's going on, everybody? Bull here, having a little unspoken fishing competition with bass. I would never tell him this, but he's kind of kicking my tail right now. I gotta get back to it. Wish me luck.
We'll check everything because the next one's gonna be even more.
Nap time!
What is that 12 gauge?
The shotgun is the most versatile gun in the world.
What's your gauge on your 12? It's not. I mean, you can almost.